Are you guys getting to the point in AFK Journey where you're starting to need to choose your first Celestia or Hypergene hero? Well, today I'm going to tell you which one you need to get and which one is the best and show you exactly why. Stick around to the end of the video because it's going to be very, very important for your account, especially if you're free to play. Let's just jump into things. Consider subscribing to the channel as well. It helps me a lot and it will help support the channel and help it grow. So if you want to see more stuff, that's the best way to basically get that to happen. Alright, let's jump into things. Alrighty guys, so there are a few different ways you're going to be getting Celestia and Hypergene heroes. The first is going to be through the guild store. You basically get this currency here, which you get through participating through just doing most of the guild content. Basically being the battle drills and also the challenges. You'll get these for milestone rewards when certain players in the guild complete a certain number of stuff, like missions. And as you can see, my guild is doing pretty well with clearing through most of this stuff. As for the battle drills, you'll pretty much just get these in the first section. You'll get a bunch of them pretty much from just clearing different things, and there'll be weekly rewards and stuff. You'll get the medals from doing stuff as well. The second way is going to be in the Noble Tavern through the Stargazing Station. Now, the Stellar Crystal currency is a little bit hard to come by, but basically I'll tell you just the three main methods for how you're going to be getting it as a free-to-play player. The first, well, the paid method is going to be through the trolley. Unfortunately, this is going to be more of one of those currencies where the paying players will get a big advantage because they can just straight up buy these currencies, whereas you can't spend your diamonds on this currency, which is the issue with that. However, there are some ways to get them for free and relatively consistently, just very slowly over time. The first is going to be through the recruitment store. You get these per month, these reset. You get this currency from pulling, it's just a pity currency. The next way is going to be through the guild chest. So basically every single week there's going to be guild chest rewards that you can get. So where I can review the rewards, yeah. So you have a random chance of getting one of these in the box, as well as other things and other pulling currency as well as these, which can help you get those other stellar crystals. And I believe there'll be other ways to get some of them in the future. There's the potential maybe events and stuff that will give them away. But basically you'll be slowly earning these over time, but your main source of them is going to be through the guild store. And this is why you want to join a guild. This is very, very important because if you're not farming the guild tokens, you're not going to be getting Hypergene and Celestia characters. Now, as for which one you should get first, well, if you look at my numbers for which one I've bought, take a guess. It's going to be Reiner. Reiner, in my opinion, is the best out of the four, especially for a lot of content. He's good at bossing. He's really good at cheesing a lot of story stages. I personally haven't been using mine yet, but that's only because I got one copy, and he's if you look at the power level of him in comparison to my top units, it's a pretty sizable, well, actually I suppose for some of the lower level ones not so much, but it's a bit of a difference. But I'm going to jump into a stage and I'm going to show you kind of how he works. So I'm not going to be able to clear this AFK stage, but I'm just going to use this as an example as how to do this. So basically, let me just get a little bit of a setup going here. So we're going to put Smokey here, and I'm going to take our Odie and we're going to put on someone who's good with melee. Let's just grab this guy. So this is the setup we're going to run with Reiner in the AFK stage. Basically what you want to do is you want to put him in front of a different unit or another unit. This unit's going to be teleported into the enemy backline, and one of the enemy units is going to be teleported into our backline. Pretty much that's how it works, and you can see which enemy unit it's going to do as well. So what you kind of want to do here is you want to put one of your units in that you know can survive in the backline and deal a lot of damage, and then target the enemy in the backline that you want to get rid of, or essentially target, because this is really, really good. I cannot value how strong this is. And I'm just going to let this kind of play out. I'm going to turn off the auto mode and just turn off 2x2 so you can see. So we got the Rowan here, the Rowan died. And then we've got our melee guy back here. He's kind of moved back into position anyways. He kind of jumps around a little bit. But as you can see, we were able to just pretty much immediately right from the get-go take out the Rowan before he even got his ultimate off. Now that's a big deal when there's an enemy Celestia on the, an enemy Cecilia on the team, for example. What Rowan does is his ultimate acts as a battery for this character that you just saw on screen, so she can get her ultimate up faster, and when she gets her ultimate faster, she is devastating. So having the Reiner be able to like selectively choose a unit in their backline to take out is insanely strong. It's also really, really good for campaign clear. As you can see, I did not think I was going to beat the stage, like I said before, but I did, because I was able to take out their Rowan, and that Rowan couldn't supercharge their team. It is huge how good this character is, and I just have him at epic. Mind you, if we go back to his actual character, he gets even more insane once you level him up to Mythic Plus, like most characters do. However, something to keep in mind with the Hypogenes and Celestias, they're going to take quite a long time to get to that point, but it's like, they're kind of crazy, these characters, they're super strong. Reiner deals 200% damage to an enemy, knocks them down when casting Dynamic Balance, increasing their damage taken by 25%. Basically, you're just going to be doing a shitload of damage. So basically what's going to happen is, when you teleport the enemy to your team, you're going to knock them down, basically stun them, and just deal a crap load of damage, from my understanding. And then obviously when you level this up as well, you get even more damage. It's kind of insane. This is a really good thing. If you can ever get him up to that level, it's definitely worth doing. They're kind of cracked, these guys. Now, I'm going to be working on getting mine upgraded. This is the character, or the Celestia, sorry, the Hypogene that I'm going to be focusing on personally. Now, as for the other Hypogenes and Celestias, I would say do not focus on these three right now. Obviously though, if you want to pull those characters, do what you want to do. It's your choice, your account. But Reiner's big skill, what you can do as well, if you don't want to switch an ally and an enemy, basically this, if a non-summoned ally outnumbers the non-summoned enemies, Reiner selects an enemy dealing 230% damage and teleporting that enemy to another dimension for 10 seconds. This is huge because basically what he's going to do, he's just going to select a target, usually the one with the weakest HP, and just completely remove them from the battle for 10 seconds. So if you can target their healer with this, they don't have a healer for 10 seconds, you can use that and take advantage of it to wipe out their team. The healer comes back in, it's too late, half the team is already dead, and then you can try and focus things down. Reiner is insane. He is by far one of the strongest characters in the game if you can get him. And definitely 100% what I would personally recommend picking up for your first Hypogene or Celestia. Anyways, guys, that's going to be it for today's video. That's why I think you guys should pull him pretty much immediately as soon as you can. So anyways, guys, hopefully I'll get a good one. I'll see you guys for another video another time. Bye, guys.